Experience music and the Adirondacks at the Caroga Arts Collective. Jade Warrick discusses her latest mural projects. And catch a performance from Aila. It's all ahead on this episode of AHA, A House for Arts.
Funding for AHA has been provided by your contribution and by contributions to the WMHT Venture Fund. Contributors include the Leo Cox Beach Philanthropic Foundation, Chet and Karen Alpelka, Robert and Doris Fisher-Melisardi, and the Robeson Family Foundation.
At M&T Bank, we understand that the vitality of our communities is crucial to our continued success. That's why we take an active role in our community. M&T Bank is pleased to support WMHT programming that highlights the arts, and we invite you to do the same.
Hi, I'm Matt Rogowitz, and this is AHA, A House for Arts, a place for all things creative. The Caroga Arts Collective presents over 50 performances and community events in the Southern Adirondacks each year. I recently visited Caroga Arts to speak with their founder and artistic director, Kyle Price.
Caroga Arts Collective is an organization that focuses on reimagining the Adirondack experience through the power of the arts. We started in 2012, actually, as a small music festival, and in 2016 got our nonprofit status. A few years after that, we got ownership of Sherman's Park, and so now we're here. What takes place here is the Caroga Lake Music Festival, which is the core program, which is the one that's been going now for its 13th season. And we also have year-round programs, community events, like a holiday tree lighting. We'll have things open for the community, including carousel rides. Back in the 1920s, Sherman's was founded, and so it really started out as a big band dance hall and beach. It brought in some incredible artists that a lot of people don't know about. In the 30s and 40s, they had Louis Armstrong here, Duke Ellington, Fletcher Henderson, Tommy Dorsey's band, and they were all hanging out in the kind of main building next to the lake in that original dance hall. And so there's incredible jazz history that's hidden in Caroga, and no one really knows about it. From there became more of the amusement park focus that a lot of people recognize it. That was the cool thing about when we started diving into trying to look into taking ownership of the park, was realizing that, hey, this wasn't just an amusement park. There's actually a huge, rich musical history here and cultural history. You have a gem right here that is really a special place, and we've had legends across all of music and art here in Caroga, and so it allowed us to really circle back and start to bring that history back to life and see how that could help propel the economy forward and the culture forward in this area. I got connected to this place in Caroga Lake because my grandparents moved here in the early 80s, far before I was born. So every school break, summer and winter break, we would come to Caroga Lake. Sherman's was a place where we always would walk by it. We'd wanted to see what would be going on with it, and once in a while the carousel would be open, but largely it was closed for my childhood, and we'd hear a lot of amazing stories. But I think for people like myself, it was this kind of idea of like, what could we do if we could bring that back to life?
He was like an old man when he was a baby. We all used to say he'd like hang on the swing with his arm just and observe the world going around him. So yeah, so I think he was already way ahead of the game in watching and thinking about things that could happen.
Essentially, I come from a musical family. My mom plays the viola, my aunt played the cello, my dad likes to say he plays the radio. But essentially we grew up playing music together, and naturally when coming up here we'd go to festivals and we would bring friends through Caroga just to stay overnight and enjoy the lake. But that was really it initially.
We'd always drive by Sherman's growing up, and he's like, someday, like, we're gonna have a concert there, and we're gonna do something. And I was like, you're crazy. That's not like, that's like, it's falling apart. You know, in my head, I'm like, I have to get permits, and like, you know, he's like, yeah, it'll happen. Like, you know, it'll happen. I'm like, okay. So fast forward to college, and Kyle goes, you know, there's the chapel down the street from Grandma's. We really should just have some of our friends come and play a concert. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. Like, sign me up for that.
And so we ended up having about, I'd say 80 people show up just based on a lawn sign in our front yard and come to the chapel, Caroga Chapel nearby. And that's really when everything started. And I think the musicians realized this is something special. The audience who was there was like blown away. And for me, I really started to connect the dots. And so that was a really empowering thing of like, wow, our love for music and our love for arts and our love for Caroga can actually be one thing that's put together. So right now, we don't have an amphitheater, but we get to do amazing things in this old bumper cart pavilion. So we kind of transform it, built a portable stage in there. We have the audience sit in the bumper cart with us. And it's a really unique spot for music. You know, we played orchestra concerts in there. We've done July 4th programs in there. We've done collaborations with Judy Collins and Leve in there. So we've done some really interesting programs. You know, with the glass back, you can still see the lake behind and watch the sunset.
The sun's engaged to the sky, and my best friends found a new guy. I'm only getting older. I've never had a shoulder to cry on.
Today is really exciting. We are essentially playing for the first time Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, and we're doing it conductorless. We're doing it inside the dance hall at Sherman's, so a very intimate space with 40 of, I would say, my closest friends.
Many of us have played it certain ways, and so some people are like, well, traditionally we slow down here, and some of us are like, well, you know, that's in one, you know, interpretation, and then some of us have not played it that way. And, you know, it's funny because usually the conductor is calling all the shots. We kind of figured out our own interpretation together.
The community aspect is really what defines this place for me, and it's both that, you know, Kyle has handpicked some of both the best quality musicians in terms of artistry, technical ability, but also musicians that are incredibly kind, generous, supportive, and really flexible in what they're able to do. So really cool artist community, and then an amazing community, a larger community of patrons, supporters, concert goers.
What we hope to see over time is continuing to enliven the property with an amphitheater that essentially we've designed with TRW and Consigli, these two firms that are really well known in the region and nationally. But we also were donated another property a quarter mile from here called My Hill, and it was formerly owned by the Shine family. We're looking to build residencies for artists year-round up at My Hill, so we can have these year-round programs where artists can come in, can study their craft, can engage in our local education programs. So it adds a different year-round facet to the organization. So it's not just summer engagement, we're really making an impact throughout the whole year. And we received $1 million from New York State Council on the Arts for the amphitheater. And then at My Hill, we received just recently an $850,000 grant to build a lodge there. So we've received a lot of great state funding and a lot of contributions from donors in the region to help, you know, jumpstart these projects. You should come to visit Caroga Arts because I can guarantee you'll see something you've never seen before. And whether it's musically, whether it's experiential with taking a carousel ride and listening to Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, or getting to talk to the artists up close and personal, I think there's something unique for everyone.
Jade Warrick has been with us on AHA for 2 years now, and I thought it would be a good time to put her in the hot seat to see what she's been up to lately. Hi, Jade.
Hey, Matt.
How are you doing today?
Doing great. It's interesting being on this side of the couch this time.
Yeah, you know, you've been interviewing a lot of artists and you've been busy yourself as an artist, so I thought it was time to, like, you know, catch up with you.
Yeah.
So, remind everybody, what do you do? How would you define yourself as an artist?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a big question nowadays. I would say I'm a visual artist. I work a lot in visual design, whether it be illustration, graphic design, or muraling. That's a big one. A lot of folks know me for my murals. I also am a painter, and I do a lot of like strategic planning within the arts as well. I do a lot of consulting with like strategic planning of art. How does arts impact our economy? How does it impact our businesses? So I try to play a little bit in both worlds, both the actual physical visual art world and then the background with the logistics and making it sustainable for people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I know, like, murals, like you said, that's a big part of what you do. What is it about murals that you love?
I love painting big. You know, as a kid, I always was like, oh, man, I love drawing on a piece of paper that's like 8.5 by 11, but I wish I could go bigger because I personally have never been good at details, like small details. So when Capitol Walls, which is a mural initiative led by the Albany Center Gallery, and I believe the Albany Barn, Tony Idesico, and I believe Kristen Holler created this amazing just like mural initiative where they just get emerging artists and just be like, hey, here's a mural, do your thing. So Tony kind of hit me up and he's like, hey, I have this wall, Jeff Buell has this wall, do you want to paint it? And I was like, all right, bet, let's go, let's do it. It was like 100 feet. Giant wall space, corrugated aluminum, dead of October. It was cold, but it was my first mural project I've ever done, and ever since then, it just clicked. I was like, painting big is definitely what's for me, and it pays enough that I can survive off of it as well.
Yeah, I mean, since you've been on the show, you've made some big career changes.
Yes, I have.
You took the leap, you kind of stepped aside from the day job, and you are a full-time artist.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
So that seems kind of scary, but also very exciting. So tell us how that's been.
So it's been great. You know, definitely took a little encouragement from several acquaintances, friends, and people who I just do art next to. And so, yeah, after, you know, since getting out of college, I think when I was 21 to like not even like 31, I believe, I was just working in an office, whether in admin, whether in corporate or whether in like some type of federal or government position. I also worked as the director of placemaking and public art for the Art Center for a stint, but none of those jobs really matched what I wanted to do. You know, I really wanted to be able to break the chains of, I don't know, just being able to just be free within my thoughts, not really having to work within the system, whether it's being bogged down by white supremacy within a lot of institutions, bogged down with the corporateness within institutions, and bogged down with the people last. You know, I'm a very people first, artist first type of person, and that's the type of approach I appreciate. So it's been really nice to be able to take myself out of those environments, and those environments are not bad. Those are just, they just did not match what I wanted to do. And what I want to do is just be an artist that is able to take, or an artist that's able to create a foundation for other artists to succeed. So how can I teach other artists what I've learned to be as successful as I am? And I'm still learning myself, to be honest, but you know, it's really nice to just be able to feel free and to be able to work in something that I'm very, very, very passionate about.
Yeah, and you know, there's kind of a misconception about being, you know, a full-time artist and, oh, that must be fun, but it takes a lot of work to be free.
Yeah.
So what advice do you have for others who might be thinking about taking that leap?
Prepare, you know, like before I even leaped, I made sure I got a CPA, all my taxes were together. I made sure that I had enough funding to support me for the next year. You know, I paid all my bills and everything for the first year. you know, you need definitely a few $1,000s for that. Making sure that I had gigs lined up, making sure that I am emotionally and mentally sound. I got a therapist, you know, because it's a big leap to do this. You need to have emotional, mental, physical, and financial support, and making sure all those things are in line is what helped me, because I did have all those things. But it took me, I would say, 4 years to build up to all of that. Like, it's not something that's quick, you know? And it feels like I did it really quick and off the gun, but I really didn't. I was really methodical about it. I sat on it for a while. I saved. I grind, I worked, got all my affairs in order. So I think it's just really preparing yourself and understanding what you need to be prepared for to be solo, you know?
And you're happy with it?
Oh yeah, super happy. So honestly, the happiest I've ever been. My girlfriend's ecstatic. She's just like, I haven't seen you this happy in a while, because it really does feel nice to have control of what you do. Because I have a personality, I have ADHD, spectrum, all these things that make it a little bit difficult to work in a extreme structured environment. So I'm always a person who says, if you want something and you don't see it somewhere else, try to make it yourself. And that is something that I live by. So I didn't see an institution or anywhere where I fit in that worked for me, minus state work, but you know, kind of boring after a while. So that really didn't fit in with me, because it does get boring working for the state for a little bit. But, you know, building my own foundation, building what I want to see is what, you know, I wanted to try to do. So, yeah.
Great. Well, switching gears now, Jade, you've interviewed around 50 guests so far, artists, creatives of all kinds. So what have been some of your favorite interviews, or what have you taken away from all these creatives that you've talked to?
I would say my favorite interview would probably be Eugene. That's one of my favorites, just because Eugene O'Neill is a person who I've worked with side by side for a while. So it's really nice to see how him and I have grown artistically together. So Eugene is a muralist and an art educator. We run a mural program called Amplified Voices together. We also travel and run other programs together and do a lot of consulting work side by side. So having interviewed him and then seeing the growth since that interview, which was what, like maybe a year ago at that, has been pretty amazing. And then just being able to interview all my friends. You know, I've had a lot of friends on here that I've interviewed, and I've also made a lot of friends, you know, interviewing on here too, like folks with the SPAC or, you know, any organization. I tend to keep contacts with a lot of these people too, because I'm like, whoa, you're an artist, I'm an artist, like let's not lose touch, you know? So gaining relationships have been really great as well.
So we've got a minute left. What are some upcoming projects that you want to share?
So the big one, we got a $10,000 grant from the Art, Grow, and Thrive grant from the Art Center of the Capital Region. With that grant, we're going to run a program from my Amplified Voices Wellness and Art program. We're going to run a program with the Connect Center Youth, where we're going to teach 12 students how to paint a professional mural within that space. So,
wait a minute, I want to learn a little bit about how to do that. Can I show up?
Absolutely, yeah, bring the whole crew. The kids would love it. But yeah, so we're just gonna be there, I think 7 days, just painting, learning from each other. There's a big wellness component of that too. So my program, Amplified Voices, has a big wellness component. So you can even come do some yoga with us in the beginning of the day before we paint. So yeah, and then we're gonna kick it off with a big old party. And the big piece that's different about this program from any other program that I've done is that we've created a hybrid piece to it, where after the physical painting and everything is done, we're actually going to provide consultation to the students that opt in, how to build a resume, how to build an art portfolio, and how to survive in the business of public art. So we're not only just taking these students and teaching them, hey, here's how you paint a mural, but here's how you actually become a muralist as a career if you want to.
Wow, that's awesome, Jade.
That's going to be great.
Well, I can't wait to see that happen. I can't wait for you to teach me some skills.
Yeah, me too.
Stay tuned for that, everybody. Thank you, Jade, so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
Please welcome Aila.
of my own thinking. This prison has no walls, only senses for calculating. Sun is baking, beating and glowing on my skin. I'll shed a layer or two for the crowd to see and cue the swirl right. Glasses clinking fancy for days. Folks embracing one another, knowing that they in their good days. No fear of missing out on outside craze. We in here drinking lemonade on the beach because we do care. Intentional. I'm intentional with my visions and reasons as to why it's important to know perspective. A third-person point of view won't leave me out here guessing. Wonders and lessons and sandpapers will feel like blessings. I'm not stressing. This is as good as it gets. This meaning what you think is the best of the best. It's always changing, elusive in the wispy, wispy whispers. A string of unexplainable, innocuous tongue twisters. Every morning I will go out every morning. Oh, da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Tom De Palma.
Check it. A baby goat, born in the womb, full of music and the hope, oblivious to the drama and the things that people spoke. I think karma gonna get them every time they want the smoke. So I take a step back to figure out the game it shows. Everybody got a story they gon' wear on their coats, and yes, me being the little homie knows all the work to step when it comes to stepping on the people's throats. The flow goes menancing, the words fluidly dancing through the curves in the music. Hey, I'm about to go stupid. Buckle up for a ride driven by a hungry student. If you listen to the speech, you know, stay hungry and stay foolish. Taking life so serious comes with a price. But I knew this, it's all fun and games, so somebody gotta do it. They think it's all so effortless. It is, baby, I do this. I live that, I be that. Life is being trueness. Not a care in the world, then I'm breathing. To be there in the world that I'm seeing. Not a care in the world, then I'm breathing. Be there in the world that I'm seeing. Take my eyes about the closet just to paint a pretty picture full of shadows and the darkness. Bring them all out. All the front and hitters that be out here bringing doors out. Play with Barbie, then you getting called out. Excuse me, AI, there's been a system overload. You've been dubbed as the pretty girl that gives at every show. Genetically modified to fit ideas of people's notes. Generating images with words like a true poet. This is a statement, a turning point in my life. My name is in the pavement to building my foundation. The origin, the basic, authentic AI creation. Innovative in a way that's posing as the Matrix. But I digress. I leave one more for learning less. And even score, yeah. I'm settling scoreboards. Not a care in the world, then I'm breathing. To be there in the world that I'm seeing. Not a care in the world, then I'm breathing. To be there in the world. Yo, that was you? That was hot. You wrote that? Yo, that's crazy. And you produce music? Bro, who are you? Why have you been hiding? You're literally one of a kind. Like, what? You know, she's homemade. She's authentic. Listen, I pull up outside, ready for the function when I see about 3 guys drunk as hell with their hypnosis. I walk upstairs, instantly seeing my homegirls. Up the stairs I went, I'm all tripping over myself. Dang, get it together. No blame, just nervous. Hadn't been outside since Thursday, looking kinda homeless. Wait, what's that mean? And should I keep the cycle going? I've seen some random things without thinking it goes unnoticed. I need to feel me. See, this why I don't go out. I haven't been tending to my feelings. I need to feel me. See, this why I don't go out. I haven't been tending to my feelings. I bump the beat, have some drinks, not feeling me, but feeling great. Get in the car from my mama. I drink too much alcohol, little imposter. Mama asking where I'm at a party, ma. She says, hey, Aila, why you there? Your mental not up to par. I try to reason, saying, ma, we going out to the bars, but now it don't even to a beat for how many hours? What a ball. Is this what I deemed as experiencing more, man? What was I thinking? I knew I didn't want to party, yet I still went out looking for a party. I knew I didn't want to party, yet I still went out looking for a party. Hey girl, I'm about ready to get the Uber. You ready too? Whew. All right, bet. I need to feel me. See, this why I don't go out. I haven't been tending to my feelings. I need to feel me. See, this why I don't go out. I haven't been tending to my feelings. We on the way home, feeling tired, ready to return back home to our thrones. The throne within, the driver chatting us up about deep topics, and now we'll retreat. He's dropping knowledge, wisdom, reminding us of power, telling us to go home and watch our take back what's ours, to be mindful of our hours. He drops us off, we tip and well, give thanks for all his blessings. Go inside, get ready to sleep good with all our lessons. And I don't have no problems with partying, but when I'm trying to avoid something brewing within me, that's where things start to go left. And now I'm starting to see I enjoy my people, but not when I'm trying to flee. I'm beginning to be more aware of what I'm feeling within, and I realize that I do crave human connection, but not artificially, nor only when I'm drunk. I enjoy my people sober, getting down and getting crunk. Yeah, getting down and getting crunk. Yeah, getting down and getting crunk. Yeah, getting down and getting crunk. I enjoy my people sober, getting down and getting crunk.
Thanks for joining us. For more arts, visit WMHT.org/aha and be sure to connect with us on social. I'm Matt Rogowitz. Thanks for watching.
Funding for AHA has been provided by your contribution and by contributions to the WMHT Venture Fund. Contributors include the Leo Cox Beach Philanthropic Foundation, Chet and Karen Alpelka, Robert and Doris Fisher-Melisardi, and the Robeson Family Foundation.
At M&T Bank, we understand that the vitality of our communities is crucial to our continued success. That's why we take an active role in our community. M&T Bank is pleased to support WMHT programming that highlights the arts, and we invite you to do the same.